Hi, and welcome to the Holly C Podcast, a show about expressing your brilliance with ease and flow. I'll show you how to take the woo-woo out of the clouds and apply it to real life for effortless action. This show is for world changers and future world changers, so if you know there's more to life and you're wondering what's next, this is your show. Hi, I'm Holly, your host. I'm a speaker, author, teacher of health, vitality, and spirituality, and I'm also a dragon spirit guide. This episode is what I call a free flow episode, where I actually don't know what I'm going to say before I record the episode, and whatever happens, happens. With free flow, this is really valuable for you in expressing your brilliance because it's about going with the flow. So sometimes you can't plan it all out in advance. Actually, a lot of times you can't plan it all out in advance. Your concept of success may not be how success actually manifests for you. So we hear in the law of attraction how, you've got to visualize this end goal. And then you put a lot of your focus on this end goal, but you're supposed to let go of attachment to how it actually manifests. We're going to take this a little further because I'm going to suggest to you that you actually have to let go of the goal too. Let go of attachment to the goal. So even though you might be making your vision board and spending minutes every day affirming what it is you want to achieve and trying to keep your vibes up high so that you're in alignment with what it is you want to achieve, what if you kind of threw all that out? You threw the baby out with the bathwater, and quite frankly, that's kind of an odd saying and don't really like it. But in the free flow, that's what came up. So I am speaking faster than I can think, and there is power in that. When you can act before you think too much about it, you're in the free flow. You go with what comes up in your mind and go with it. So I know some of you are afraid that you're going to become impulsive, you're going to act rashly, you're going to fly off the cuff, wearing your emotions on your sleeves. You're not that kind of person, are you? Yeah. Take a moment and look at yourself and your life. How spontaneous have you been? How impulsive have you been? Really, truly, are you really a person who always just flies off the handle, flies off the cuff, flies by the seat of your pants? Or are you a cautious one? Do you spend several minutes deliberating over a menu as to what to order? How many times have you changed your job? Do you quit impulsively, or do you spend time thinking about what to do even when a job situation is extremely unpleasant? You stick it out. Relationships. How long do you stick it out there when you know that relationship has run its course? And when it comes to expressing your brilliance, how much thought and analysis have you put into that? How much studying, learning, workshops, coaching, reading books, watching videos? How much of that have you done versus actually taken action? So you can't think your way into manifesting what you want, but you can certainly go with the flow and follow the action necessary in order to manifest what you want. So by me getting up in the morning, even though I was cozy, warm in bed, reading a book on my Kindle, I got the impulse I should get up and record a podcast. I don't even have to record one for this week because I've already recorded the podcast for this week and edited it. I'm ahead of schedule this week. So why record another podcast? Because I was listening to my intuition. And I got that little voice, that message from the universe. So you can interchange universe and intuition. To me, it's the same thing. Intuition is just your way of receiving the messages from the universe. When you get that little feeling, that little nudge, it's not a nudge from fear. It's not a nudge from duty or obligation. It's not a nudge that feels like pushing yourself too much, too hard, not taking a rest, because that comes from fear that you're not going to be able to succeed. But just a nudge. one that's pervasive and persuasive, a little voice, a little feeling guiding you. And you may ignore it. I think I ignored mine like 2 or 3 times this morning. But then I kept hearing it. And I thought, okay, let me get up and go with it. Let me free flow. That was the only thought that kept popping into my mind, was free flow, free flow, free flow. And I wanted to try to figure out what I was going to talk about in advance. Yeah, my mind really wants to do that. Your mind probably too. You want to plan it. You want to control it. You want to know what the outcome is before you do it. Guess what? You're not going to know that in expressing your brilliance, because the way to express your brilliance, your shortcut to expressing your brilliance and manifesting what you want, is to listen to your inner guidance, listen to your gut, listen to the universe, and shut your mind up. Mind executes. Instinct leads you. So how do you go with your gut? As I said, you hear a nudge. Something probably just popped into your mind right now. Take a breath. Breathe in and breathe out. What's the one thing that you need to do? What's the one thing that you could do right now to move you forward? Maybe your mind's blanking. Good. Your mind's seizing up. Your mind's trying to come up with the answer. Let your mind be busy doing that. And while it's busy doing that, another thought or feeling is bubbling up from your gut, like literally. And bubbling is maybe not the best word. The way I visualize it, it's almost like smoke rising or steam rising, like a little wisp of vapor rising up. Just picture this, visualize this in your stomach. A wisp of steam rising up, and on this tiny wisp is an idea. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out. What's the idea that comes to mind right now? Go with it today. That's it. This is a Just Do It episode. You can listen to this podcast some more, but then you're not really going with that feeling. And I'm getting the feeling that that's all I needed to say today. So on that note, this is a very short episode, which seems fitting because today's New Year's Eve. It's the beginning of a new year tomorrow. So an opportunity for you to turn a new leaf. Listen to that gut and free flow. Go with the flow. Whatever came to mind during this episode, during that moment after you took a deep breath, follow that impulse and keep following it. And you'll be amazed at what manifests for you this year. So I wish you a very happy new year, and may all your dreams come true. Thank you so much for listening, and I will connect with you again soon. Bye for now.